Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue dans le cours de français. Hello everyone and welcome to the French class. In today's session, we would be discussing the topic les pronoms relatifs. So before that, those of you who are joining here with me for the first time, I'm Anika Seth and I'm an educator on an academy for CBSE grade 9 and 10 for French language. So as today we are doing the topic les pronoms relatifs, we would be discussing les pronoms relatifs simples et composés. And also, like this topic, what we have covered, what we are covering over here today, as you know that in the plus courses in the live classes which are on, so this topic is already covered, and along with this, a lot more worksheets and practice exercises which are being done in the plus courses for you to help understand it better and for the thorough concept clarity. So, if you have not registered for the plus courses as yet for the live classes, then just go to the Unacademy Learning app, and there you'll be able to choose the subscription plans of your choice to be able to attend the live classes for all the subjects. And along with that, to you would be eligible to get the study material, because in the plus courses when the live classes are being conducted, so as I said, there is extensive coverage of the syllabus, there is a lot of study material which you can download, then worksheets, exercises, test series, quiz and everything. So it is highly recommended that you join the plus courses for you to get thorough with the concepts, for you to understand it better and ultimately score well in your exam. So you can see my referral code over here, that is Anika Live. So you can use this referral code and get the plus subscription when you log into the Unacademy Learning app. So just use this referral code Anika Live and you would be eligible for a 10% discount, and plus the additional benefits which we will talk about towards the end of the class. So right now let's start the topic, les pronoms relatifs. So, relative pronouns, first of all, what are relative pronouns and in which case is it used? What are the types of relative pronouns and how do we differentiate among all of these? So, firstly, the relative pronouns are the words which are used to replace the noun to avoid the repetition of the noun. So, this is the basic function of the pronoun, that these are the words which are used to replace the noun so that there is no repetition. Then the relative pronouns are the ones which which join two different ideas in a single sentence without the repetition of the nouns. So, this means that in case of relative pronouns, when we are using relative pronouns, for example, two individual sentences are there in which the same noun is being repeated. So we can join the ideas of those two sentences to form one single sentence with the help of relative pronouns. So, which are the kinds of relative pronouns that we see over here? First kind of relative pronoun is qui. So, this qui is the first relative pronoun. Qui replaces the subject of the sentence. Qui is a relative pronoun which replaces the subject of the sentence. It means that, which in English. And for example, you see over here, like it's written, c'est la personne qui est assise devant mon voisin. C'est la personne, this is the person who this is the person who's sitting in front of my neighbor. So if we split the sentence, if we do not use this relative pronoun, the word person would be repeated in the second sentence as well. Like c'est une personne, c'est la personne est assise devant mon voisin. So when we are repeating the noun, the subject of the sentence, that is la personne, what is happening? It is a repetition of the noun. So to replace that subject of the sentence, we combine the two using the relative pronoun qui. So together this becomes c'est la personne qui est assise devant mon voisin. Then second type of relative pronoun is que, which is used with the nouns, means it is the relative pronoun which replaces the object of the sentence. So for example, la voiture que tu vois est à mon père. The car that you are seeing or which you are seeing is of my father. So over here, la voiture is the object of the sentence. La voiture est à mon père. Tu vois la voiture. So you see, la voiture is the object in the sentence which is being repeated in both the sentences. Like la voiture est à mon père, tu vois la voiture. So if we are repeating the noun, we can just combine both the ideas into one single sentence to say la voiture que tu vois est à mon père. Then third type of relative pronoun is ou, which is used for replacing the nouns of places or a particular time. So, like the example which is given, le pays où tu vis est en Europe. The country where you live is in Europe. So, le pays où tu vis, the country where you live. So, où, the meaning of the pronoun in English is where. So, the country where you live is in Europe. So this ou is combining the two sentences to form le pays où tu vis. And the last one is dont. So this is the pronoun which replaces a noun which is introduced by the preposition the. So this can mean about which, whom, and all of these in the sentence. For example, it's given le film dont nous parlons est bon. Est bon. The movie, the film about which we are talking or of which we are talking about is good. So, le film dont nous parlons est bon. Now, if this dont is not there in the sentence, how we form the sentence? Le film est bon, nous parlons de ce film. So, we are repeating the noun le film, the noun film, in the second sentence, but the noun is introduced by the preposition the. So, like the first would be le film est bon, nous parlons de ce film. So, the movie is good and we are talking about this movie. So, the movie that we are talking about, of which we are talking about which we are talking about, is good. So, dont is combining these two ideas when the noun is being introduced by the preposition the. So one by one, let's see each of the relative pronouns. First one, as I said, qui, which replaces the subject of the sentence. So it translates to that, who, or which. So like over here, c'est la personne qui est assise devant mon voisin. So in this one, we said that it is replacing the subject, which is la personne. And also, qui is always followed by the verb. So see these examples over here. Regarde la fille. Cette fille parle à sa cousine. See this girl. See the girl. This girl is talking to her cousin. Now, girl as the noun is being repeated in the second sentence. First it is regarde la fille. Then in the second sentence it again starts with cette fille parle à sa cousine. So we can just combine these two ideas and form a single sentence that see this girl who is talking to her cousin. Right? So in this way, we will put the qui over here. Regarde la fille qui parle à sa cousine. So this part of the sentence means the subject of the sentence, which is cette fille, is replaced by the pronoun qui. So this is what we mean when we say that qui replaces the subject of the sentence. Because cette fille is the subject of the second sentence, which is being replaced by qui. And after qui, there is a verb. So qui is followed by a verb. Regarde la fille qui parle à sa cousine. Who is talking to her cousin, right? Then next one, j'aime cette robe. La robe est noire. I like this dress. The dress is black. So instead of repeating the noun dress, that I like this dress, the dress is black, I can simply say, I like this dress which is black. J'aime cette robe qui est noire. So la robe over here in the second sentence is the subject of the sentence, which is replaced by qui, and this qui is followed by the verb être. So qui est noir. J'aime cette robe qui est noire, which is black, that is black. So this is the function of the pronoun qui, where it is used to replace the subject of the sentence. It is followed by the verb. So here cette fille was the subject, it is replaced by qui, followed by the verb. Here la robe was the subject of the sentence, replaced by qui, followed by the verb. Next we come to the pronoun que. So now que is the pronoun which is used to replace the direct object of the verb. So like we said that qui replaces the subject, que replaces the object. This also translates to that, who, or which. So qui and que meanings of both are similar, but how they are used and what they replace is what makes the difference. So qui replaces the subject of the sentence, que replaces the object of the sentence. Then qui is followed by the verb, que is followed by the subject pronoun or the noun. So these 2 points of difference, qui replaces the subject, que replaces the object. Qui is followed by the verb, que is followed by the subject, pronoun or the noun. So for example, c'est un bon roman. J'ai lu ce roman 2 fois. C'est un bon roman. So this is a good novel. J'ai lu ce roman 2 fois. I have read this novel twice. Now, what we are doing, we are repeating the noun roman in the second sentence. That this is a nice book or this is a good novel and I have read this novel twice. So instead of repeating the novel as the noun again in the second sentence, we can say c'est un bon roman que j'ai lu 2 fois. That this is a good book, it's a good novel which I have read twice. That I have read twice. Okay. So, combining the two sentences, c'est un bon roman, j'ai lu ce roman 2 fois, we have put que in between the two sentences, replace the noun ce roman with que, and que is followed by the subject pronoun which is je. So you see the formation of the sentence over here, where qui is replacing the subject and qui plus verb. Que is replacing the object and que plus subject pronoun. So c'est un bon roman que j'ai lu 2 fois. Then is j'ai pris ces photos Je montre les photos à mes amis. J'ai pris ces photos and je montre les photos à mes amis. So, what is happening again? The noun les photos is being repeated in the second sentence. That I took these pictures and I'm showing these pictures to my friends. So, why not combine the two sentences to form a single sentence as J'ai pris ces photos que je montre à mes amis. I took these photos which I am showing to my friends. So it avoids the repetition of the noun. It combines the two ideas, but the meaning is the same. So, in one single sentence, with the help of the relative pronoun, we can express the idea. That j'ai pris ces photos, je montre les photos à mes amis. Instead, j'ai pris ces photos que je montre à mes amis. Next one is the relative pronoun où. Now, où is used to replace a place or a time. So, as we discussed, où is used to replace a place or a time. And it translates to where or when. Like, tu connais cette salle, l'examen se passe dans cette salle. Tu connais cette salle, you know this room, the exam takes place in this room. So, over here, dans cette salle, preposition plus the name of a place is replaced by the relative pronoun où as tu connais cette salle où se passe l'examen. You know this room where the exam takes place. So, dans cette salle, the preposition plus the place is being replaced by the relative pronoun où, and in this sentence it means where. Then the second example, je me rappelle ce jour, tu t'es marié ce jour-là. Now, je me rappelle ce jour means I remember this day. Tu t'es marié ce jour-là. You were married, you got married on this day. So, this day is being repeated. So, here we are referring to a point of time. In the first sentence, we were referring to the place. In the second sentence, we are referring to the time. So, replace the noun ce jour with où so that the sentence now becomes Je me rappelle ce jour où tu t'es marié. Means I remember this day when you got married. So, where or when is the meaning of this relative pronoun. So, depending on the sentence, whether a place is given or a time is given, we replace it accordingly, and the meaning of the sentence will also be expressed according to the noun. The tu connais cette salle où se passe l'examen means where the exam takes place, and je me rappelle ce jour où tu t'es marié means when you got married. Then last one is dont. So dont replaces a noun or pronoun which is preceded by the preposition the. That means after the verb there is preposition the plus the noun. So verb plus preposition the and plus the noun. So the noun is always preceded by the preposition the. And it translates to, as we discussed, of which, whose, of whom. So the example c'est un livre, je vous ai parlé de ce livre. This is a book, c'est un livre, je vous ai parlé de ce livre. I spoke to you about this book. Parler de. Now over here, see, the livre noun is being repeated, but before the noun there is this preposition the also. So when we are saying c'est un livre, je vous ai parlé de ce livre, means this is a book and I spoke to you about this book. Okay. So instead of repeating book in the second sentence, I can say c'est un livre dont je vous ai parlé. Means this is a book about which I told you. Next one, Pauline a une robe. Les manches de cette robe sont longues. Pauline a une robe. Les manches de cette robe sont longues. The sleeves of this dress are long. So, Pauline a une robe dont les manches sont longues. Whose sleeves are long. So, over here, dont is replacing preposition the plus the noun. Preposition the plus the noun. Okay, so here few more examples, few sentences where we need to fill fill in the blanks, choosing from qui, que, ou, or dont. So let's see over here. La lettre dash tu m'as donné est sur la table. La lettre dash tu m'as donné est sur la table. So out of qui, que, ou, and dont, we have to see which of the relative pronoun would fit in over here. The letter that which you gave me, is on the table. So now we have to replace it between ki or ka, because here it is not a place, it's not a time, there is no preposition the. So ki or ka. Now after the blank there is tu ma done. That means tu is the subject pronoun. So which relative pronoun is followed by the subject pronoun or the noun? It is que. So la lettre que tu m'as donnée est sur la table. Then c'est une personne dash en parle beaucoup. So now see in this sentence en parle beaucoup. If we do not put the pronoun, we would say on parle beaucoup de cette personne. We speak a lot about this person. So the pronoun which will be used over here is the one which is replacing the preposition the plus the noun. That means if we are saying on parle de cette personne, so the cette personne would be replaced by pronoun dont. Dont on parle beaucoup. Then je lis un roman dash et intéressant. Je lis un roman qui est intéressant, which is interesting. So after the blank, there is only verb être. That means the pronoun qui would be used. C'est un hôtel dash l'accueil est extraordinaire. Dash l'accueil est extraordinaire. So l'accueil de cet hôtel est extraordinaire. That means dont will be the pronoun used over here. Dont l'accueil est extraordinaire. La question dash je fais est facile. La question dash je fais. Je is the subject pronoun. So it will be preceded by preposition, I mean the relative pronoun que. Que je fais est facile. Then c'est mon ami dash travaille en France. This is my friend dash works in France. Who works in France? So travail is a verb, that is why qui. Qui travaille en France. Then le travail dash je suis responsable est assez simple. Je suis responsable de ce travail. So dont as the relative pronoun would be used over here. Le repas dash tu nous as servi était délicieux. Le repas dash tu nous as servi était délicieux. Que tu nous as servi était délicieux. The food that you served us was delicious. So here the answers: que tu m'as donné, dont on parle, qui est intéressant, dont l'accueil, que je fais, qui travaille, and so on. Now the Composite form of the relative pronouns means the composed relative pronouns. Les pronoms relatifs composés. These are the relative pronouns which are used to join, again same thing, to join two sentences, to join two ideas and into a one single sentence, as in case of the simple pronouns. But in these, the prepositions are used with the interrogative pronoun. So what is interrogative pronoun? Like we have done lequel, laquelle, lesquels, lesquels. These are the interrogative pronouns. So a preposition plus the interrogative pronoun, depending on the gender and number of the noun, gives us the composed form of the relative pronoun. So first one, like over here, preposition plus lequel for masculine singular nouns, preposition plus laquelle for feminine singular, preposition plus lesquels for masculine plural, and preposition plus lesquels over here double les with feminine plural nouns. So like the example, c'est mon ami avec laquelle je vais à l'école. So if I separate these sentences, it would be c'est mon ami, je vais à l'école avec mon ami. So avec mon ami, I am repeating the noun in the sentence, so I would just keep the preposition avec, and mon ami I will replace with laquelle, because over here ami is feminine. So avec laquelle je vais à l'école. Then j'aime la maison dans laquelle il y a une piscine. I love the house in which there is a swimming pool. So j'aime la maison, il y a une piscine dans la maison. Right? If I separate these sentences, j'aime la maison, il y a une piscine dans la maison. So replace la maison, keep the preposition dans, replace la maison with laquelle, and the sentence becomes j'aime la maison dans laquelle il y a une piscine. Just with preposition a and the plus, when we are putting preposition plus le, la, le, so as in case of contracted articles, you know that preposition a plus le becomes o, preposition a plus la is ala only, a plus le becomes o, aux, and same way with preposition the also. So these form the contracted articles. The plus le becomes du, the plus la is the la, the plus le, they. So with preposition a and the contracted article comes over here in place of the definite article. So for masculine singular, it is auquel, duquel, feminine alaquel, dalaquel, masculine plural auquel, dequel, feminine plural auquel, dequel with double L, es. Examples. C'est une petite maison. Devant la maison, il y a un arbre. This is a small house. Then, devant la maison, in front of the house, there is a tree. So, not repeating the noun la maison, we put it as devant laquelle il y a un arbre. This is a small house in front of which there is a tree. Then, c'est une fenêtre. Je suis assis près de la fenêtre. C'est une fenêtre. Près de as the preposition we keep, and instead of repeating fenêtre, we say près de laquelle je suis assis. Right? So we are combining the two sentences. We are keeping the preposition plus we are adding lequel, laquelle depending on the noun. So here fenêtre is feminine singular, we put laquelle. Maison is feminine singular, we put laquelle. Okay, here c'est la voiture bleu dans laquelle elle est venue. So here I have already written these as the examples. So dans laquelle, c'est la voiture, elle est venue dans la voiture. So that is why dans laquelle, because voiture is feminine. Then c'est une maison dans laquelle mon ami habite. So mon ami habite dans cette maison. So replace cette maison with dans laquelle. Voici un médecin chez lequel je vais souvent. Je vais souvent chez le médecin. So médecin, we will not repeat, we will just write chez lequel. Then c'est ma cousine pour laquelle j'ai acheté un cadeau. J'ai acheté un cadeau pour ma cousine. So c'est ma cousine, j'ai acheté un cadeau pour ma cousine. Not repeating it, we just say pour laquelle. Il y a deux lettres auxquelles je dois absolument répondre. So there are two letters to which I have to absolutely, surely reply. Il y a un tableau devant lequel le professeur enseigne. There is a board in front of which the teacher is teaching. So this is how keeping the prepositions in the sentence and plus these interrogative pronouns, we join these and this forms the composed form of the relative pronouns. So what we have learned today is the simple relative pronouns, the composite form of relative pronouns. So simple ones are ki, ka, u, I, do. Ki replaces subject, ka replaces object, u replaces place or time, and do replaces a noun introduced by the. Then composed form is formed by preposition plus lekel, lakel, lekel as the interrogative pronoun, right? So if you have any doubts, you can just write in the live chat over here, those who are with me. And as I said in the beginning of the class, that this topic and much more we have already covered in the live classes. So a lot more practice questions, worksheets, and quiz and everything is being done. So you can see my referral code over here, Anika Live. You just need to use this referral code and get started with your Unacademy Plus subscription on the Unacademy Learning app. So just log on to the app, use this referral code, and you can see all the subscription plans, the plus plans, iconic plans, which are available depending on the time period. And with the iconic plan, you get your personal mentor as well. So take the subscription for class 9 to 12. You can join, just enter the referral code, and then you could join the plus courses and attend the live classes. As you can see over here, subscribe now for class 9 and 10, 9 to 12th. And what better way than Unacademy Plus classes to gear you up for the exams and make your concepts clear. So here you could get the schedule, you can ask the doubts, you can download the content as the study material and everything you will get over here. So here, depending on the days, the test series are also there, like for every subject, for maths, for science, for social studies. And also you have the Unacademy Ascend All India Championship, for which you stand a chance of winning 5 lakh scholarship every month. So this one is surely to go for. So just see over here, Unacademy Revisathon is also a free one day event for maths and science before the board exam. So you can see the days, the time over here, and you can just log in and you also get a chance to win exciting gadgets. So here the complete schedule of Revisathon is given. So this is for biology, maths, physics, chemistry. So maths and science, you can attend the event on these days and on this time, right? And yes, as I said, the ongoing batches for all the classes, the live classes, so you could get a lot of benefits by subscribing to the plus subscriptions. So just remember my referral code, that is Anika Live over here, as you can see, and you can register yourself and avail all these benefits. So thank you all for attending the session. Hope to see you all in the next class as well, and also in the plus classes, in the live classes. Alors, merci beaucoup. Au revoir et à bientôt. Bye everyone and have a good day.